All right, we got a good one for you today. We're just outside of Vancouver, Washington, and we have found some of the most beautiful but affordable new construction homes. And the beautiful part is, these are not attached. These are single family homes in one of the most fastest growing and highly desired areas. This is Washougal, Washington. So here's one thing you need to notice. This is flat streets. When you get up into the hills here, a lot of times you're gonna see nasty, big, tall hills and super expensive homes into the multi-millions, but not today. These are gonna be almost townhome prices, and you're gonna be shocked at the end because we're gonna take you into a bunch of these houses that are for sale today. They're going quick. This place is selling out like crazy because of how highly desired it is. But we're gonna show you the prices, right? How affordable they are and the crazy incentives. Wait till the end when you hear the incentive programs for these homes that can get your interest rates down maybe to the 3%, 4% area. But the most important thing is, before we get inside, is to understand that the most highly desired school district, again, according to niche.com, is Camas, Washington, and this feeds right into it. So this is the Mecca. This is an amazing area here in the nature of the trees, and we got 3 houses for you today to vote on down in the comments of which one you like the best and those crazy prices at the end. So I gotta find my main man, Jay Dow, and have him get us exclusive access today into these 3 homes. So let's go.
That's right, Jackson. I am extremely excited today to get you inside of this house at this price point. Not only do we have this one right here, but we have 3 others in the neighborhood that I'm going to take you inside so you can see the differences in the different finishes that you can get. But coming out here is really a treat because this is one of the only new construction communities in Southwest Washington of this caliber where you have 4 different builders. And this is the entry level where you're looking at a detached single family home in a beautiful community. And some of these houses have views. You'll see out of the back of this house, it's got some views and very nice terrain. So let's go inside and check it out.
Awesome. So this is an area too, you know, Jay Dow, where we're getting so many relocation clients and they have a certain price point, but they're also looking, you know, on websites, schools, say like those kind of things. And this kind of checks that box.
So probably one of the most important elements of this specific area is this is Washougal, Washington, which we're a stone's throw away from the river. This is the most up and coming area. If you know anything about Oregon, you've heard of Hood River. This is supposed to be the modern age Hood River where they're building restaurants, shops, bars right along the riverside. You're gonna have a waterfront, but like I was saying, the most important piece is the school district here. You're getting the best of all worlds because you're getting the pricing of Washougal, but you're also in the Camas school districts, which if you know anything about the school ratings, according to niche.com, Camas is ranked in the the Portland Metro is the #3 best school district. So this is probably one of the most, I would say, opportunistic developments where you're getting the best of all worlds.
Yep, I totally agree. Yeah, it's pretty cool too. While we were driving out here today, we went by the Washougal Marina down below, and there's some boats down there. They're transferring out a bunch of big salmon. There's a lot of boating and outdoor activities. So it's kind of the ultimate lifestyle, but we got to get inside and can you get us exclusive access here?
Let's see here. Don't watch, but
don't watch. Oh, man. Oh, no.
Press the palm. Beep, 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 beep.
Retina scanning.
All right, Jackson, come on in.
There we go.
The thing that you notice when you walk into this house that really gets my attention is actually the quality of all of the finishes.
Right, and if you want something that's grander, bigger, open, trust me, this neighborhood is filled with it. You know, we're doing more videos on that, but this, you know, J-Dot is especially like, this is very typical for a Northwest style new construction single family home.
Yep.
And it's not it's not attached, it's not a condo.
Exactly, yeah, and this house is about 2,000 square feet. You have 3 beds, 2.5 bath, and it's 2 levels. The lot size is about 5,000 square feet. Yep. So it is a little bit more compact. But like you said, it's all about, you know, how big do you want to go? How much space do you want? A lot of people really like the low maintenance and the low upkeep, but a great community, and this is exactly what this offers.
Yeah. So right away when you come in, they do have a little bit of a little hobbit storage in here to put some things. Maybe put Jay down there. But tell them real quick, if people don't know this coming to the Northwest, what is that handle like?
So that handle, and you get access, I mean, I can even open it up, but that's access into the crawl space under the house. So all of our homes are built on pretty much foundation, post and pillar, not slab. So every house has access into the crawl space. Some people would say like, oh, can I build a basement? It's probably 2 or 3 feet deep and it's not really designed to build out a basement. Could you do it in theory? Yes. Do people do it? No.
So then take us around. We got a door right here immediately to our right.
Yep, and this is the garage. So you can see that this is a 2-car wide garage. You got you know, access out to the side yard, and then it's a 2-car wide, and this is finished concrete. They haven't put in the garage door opener yet. So different builders install different things. Like back in the day, they used to make you pay for the garage door opener. Those are all standard now. Air conditioning units, all those things.
Yeah, it's cool to see that that is finished in there as well.
Yep, a lot of builders don't finish off the garages, which is crazy to me because it's just paint and sheetrock. And I feel like it's, you know, something that should be a standard in the world of buying new construction. I feel like the builders have become more aligned with the buyer's visions and what they really demand. And I really appreciate that they're listening and they're actually doing things to take it a step further to make sure that you don't go into a new construction home and it's like upgrade this, upgrade that. These are just standard features now. So
yeah, and I know, you know, me and you, we got the young kiddos, and real quick, this is actually a half bath right here. So you do have a half bathroom down here. We got the young kiddos. It's easy for us to get up the stairs. If you're looking for just single level, they have the, you know, other floor plans, but this is gonna be typical for the young family to have all the space down here be open concept for the fam, and everything else is gonna be upstairs.
Exactly. So the thing I really like about this kitchen in this living room area, it's super functional. So you can do your cooking, you know, and you're entertaining over here, homework over here, dining, all of the variety of things. But the thing I like about this kitchen, most importantly, actually, is the design, and then also the space. You can see that you got the pantry as you walk right in here.
That's actually, believe it or not the pantry. Gotcha. It's like a coat closet, which is a little bit different. I haven't really seen that.
Second pantry.
But if you didn't need a coat closet, yes, that's what I thought. I'm like, I would shelf that thing off, and you know, now you got a lot of space because you've got one over there in the corner.
Yeah, and then you got your quartz countertops, single bowl sink with the sink drain on the side, which I don't know if you're a fan of the middle or the side.
Let's just make the decision for them. Okay. This is what they want.
This is what you want right here. You know, you have your gold finishes. I love this design. This natural wood looks like, you know, hardwood cabinetry, soft close cabinets.
So dude, this is like, for me personally, I got the young kiddos and we keep mentioning that. They ding the heck out of these. They're throwing balls, they're riding skates, and the paint chips, so it's cool to see stain. You just don't see it. And then the appliances, this is awesome. You don't feel like you're in this just chintzy little home, you know?
To your point too, and a lot of people are like, I don't like a lot of the variations in the floors. To me, I love the variation because, to your point, if you drop something or nick it, you'll never see it.
Yep.
It blends in really nicely. And here they did a colorful, you know, white appliances. You don't really ever see white appliances, but here it looks really good.
It looks super high end. This has got a great feel to it.
And you got the double uppers, so you have cabinets on top, gives you extra space, and soft close cabinetry.
Yep. And so they went all the way to the ceiling, and that's something to point out as well. This would be your typical kind of ceiling height you would see in homes. So you're gonna have 8 foot, and they made it 9 foot throughout this whole thing. So it does feel a lot bigger in here.
Yep, and these are all smart appliances. I'm seeing right on here that they're all Wi-Fi connected. So if you're out and about, you got a casserole in the oven, you can turn that thing off remotely, which I love Traegering and smoking. So having that Wi-Fi to control the thermostat from being afar is fantastic.
Love it.
But to your point, this is the real pantry right here.
Yep.
So you can see they have shelving built in. It's a corner pantry. So you get a lot more space. I think corner pantries are way more functional than most.
Especially when you get the shelves,
Exactly.
And then you also have, I mean, you've already got enough storage shelves, you know, and cabinets here, but they did something awesome underneath the island as well.
Yep, they put the built-in cabinetry here, and I was saying in our other videos when we were looking at the super high-end luxury houses, that if builders aren't building cabinets underneath the islands, they're wasting so much space.
Yep.
It's probably one of my biggest frustrations with homes is when they build these massive islands and they don't put storage under there. It's such an easy thing. And this is real quartz countertops as well. Which
it is.
Some of these builders, they don't put the quartz finishes in here, but this is definitely a quality. And even as we're walking around, you can tell it's a solidly built home.
These have a good overhang of over a foot, and I think they really only allow you to do about 10 inches or this becomes too weak. So if you ever wanted to like connect a baby seat to that, look what they did underneath. They actually supported it with metal beams, so they were able to extend this out a little bit farther. And that also gives you a lot of knee room so that you're not banging into these as much and breaking them. So.
And this is one solid piece of quartz. It's not like a spliced together. It's just one big giant solid piece.
You'll see that a lot of times. Again, if they have to piece this together or, you know, they want to save on money, they'll get remnants, and then you'll have this kind of like seam right through here. But this is just one solid piece. It's really nice. It's classy. And look at the dishwasher here. So having the kind of whatever that is, rose gold, but with the white.
Yep.
It's pretty nice. So This is gonna be your family room, and then is that fireplace, people in the Northwest use these all the time. Do they gotta like bring wood in or what?
Nope, it's a gas fireplace. So you literally just have to flip the switch, it comes right on, and it puts out heat. And the nice thing, what's so funny?
I gotta tell you a story. So we moved here and it was the first time we ever had a gas fireplace, and it was like August, I think it was at one point, and I had this weird smell in the house and I thought something was on fire. And my daughter at the time was, I think maybe 2 or 3, and she came down to watch cartoons and she felt a little cold, so she turned it on in the middle of August. And those things actually, don't be alarmed if you don't run them for a couple months, you know, from the winter. If you're not running them in the summer, the first time you crank them on, they will have kind of a little smell to them. But when you said that, it just reminded me of my daughter doing that.
Yep, burn off those gases.
Yep.
And you can see that it's already, you know, pre-plumbed up for your internet and cable there with the Murphy box down there, so you can run your cables without it being seen through the walls.
Yep.
And like I was saying, in this house specifically, off the dining room, you're overlooking this green space here, which I'm calling it green space because I'm classing it up. But this is actually a water collection site for the community, which is required here in the Northwest in every community. So they have one of these on the front side and the back side. But here you can see they've put tons of trees, vegetation and stuff in there. I think a question that a lot of the viewers might be asking is like, well, does it smell? And the answer is no, it does not smell.
Right.
It's actually, they make them look really, really nice and you would never know what it is. And this one was put in quite a while ago. So you're starting to see all the vegetation and trees start to pop up in them, and they keep them looking really good.
Yeah, and this is not a neighborhood where you're having thousands and thousands of homes. So, you know, no matter where you're at in this community, you're gonna have some sort of views of, I mean, you guys can see that there's mountain ranges back there, so.
I actually think a house, some people might see this house on the map and say, oh, it's right on the main road. I mean, that's not really a main road, I would say, but you have this big buffer. And the nice thing is you're never gonna have a neighbor built behind you. You're always gonna have this green views, and it makes your yard feel so much bigger.
Yep, I agree.
So you actually get a bonus when you're looking for houses like this. And I can't say that they're always gonna be out there, but there is some tricks of the trade that we look for. And sometimes people will contact us and just say, hey, this is exactly what I'm looking for. And then we go to work looking for it. You know, because some people will go straight to the builder thinking that they're getting the best deal. And then they end up realizing after the fact, like, dang, I should have came to you guys. And if you go there before us, it takes away all of our negotiating power.
We gotta have that. Wait till you guys hear the crazy incentives and stuff. And then what, you know, the team can do on top. But let's take them upstairs and show them where they will be resting their heads.
Yep, let's go up there and see exactly where the magic happens. So come on, Jackson, I want to show you this really quick. I said at the beginning this was I think I said it might have been a 3-bedroom, but it's 3 bedrooms plus a bonus. So when you come up the stairs, you turn directly left here, and this is the bonus room here, which is really spacious and cool. So you could put a L-shaped wraparound couch, your entertainment center, put a TV in here.
Yeah, or an office.
Yeah, an office or a game room.
Yep.
So there's lots of different, you know, things to do. Down the hallway there, you got your 2 extra bedrooms in your bath, but I'm gonna take you into the primary suite, which is right here.
And real quick, before you do that, I'm gonna do a little suspense. I'm gonna take you down here just so you can see it again. This is starter home. You're not gonna have these just absolutely massive rooms, but I've lived in these for a long time. Plenty of room, especially with the young family, young kids. 2 or 3, you know, 2 of them would stay in the same room, and then you basically got an extra room that you can do whatever with, and then, you know, having the bonus room. But as they get older, there's still ample space for a full-size bed, and they're each gonna have their own closets that if you add a little bit of customization to that too, it'll really make that bigger. And then there's gonna be a shared full bathroom down here, and check it out, guys. They did the same quartz and stained cabinets as downstairs, so it's a really good look. You know, so you get that full bathroom there, the bonus room. Looks like there's a closet here too, J Dow.
It's the HVAC system.
Oh, okay.
So you got HVAC in there, and you could actually put shelving and stuff in there and store things. I store, you know, I've had it rooms like this before, and I've stored my bike, golf clubs, different things. So it just depends what you want to do in there.
For
and
sure.
whether or not you want your kids in there or not.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe throw a little lock on there, but.
And then you have your laundry room right here before you go into the primary.
This is awesome. So all your bedrooms are up here. That makes it easy. And then what the heck is that? I think you've talked about that before.
Yeah, this is sunk back in here, so you can put your dryer vent hose in there without it getting smashed.
Oh, that's not for putting the cars and marbles down?
Definitely not.
Oh.
Let's drop the marble and see if it'll come up the other one. But you know, the one thing I've heard a lot of people say is, I wish that we had the laundry on the main floor. Personally, I love the laundry laundry on the floor where all the bedrooms are, because then you can just take it to the rooms or have your kids grab it when they're going to the different rooms. I think putting it downstairs, I'm like, why would you want it down there? I get it if you're like cooking and folding, but
if the primary's down there, but if it's up here, yeah, it is not worth it.
Exactly.
Going up the stairs one time, you would wish not.
Exactly. So then coming right into this primary bedroom, the thing I really notice about it off the bat is the grid lined windows and how big this window is and how it lets in so much natural light.
I had to turn the camera down. It's so much light.
And here's something I never see is they actually built these ledges on the windowsill, like really big. So you could actually use this as a bench, sit here and, you know, read a book.
You could put pads on there, whatever. Or, you know, you see a lot of people, especially in Northwest, or my wife, see these beautiful green plants. She would probably have a couple of those there that would just be loving that sunshine.
And then you got your peep windows here, so that lets in more light, your walk-in closet.
Yep.
But this room is huge. I mean, this is a king-size bed. You got your nightstands on each side, and you still have space to go. So let's just say you put grand chests on each side, it would still it would soak up the space nicely. And then you put your chair in the corner here for a sitting, a reading nook, a big dresser. Like this bedroom is probably like a 17 by 16 foot room. Yep. So tons of space.
Yeah, to be able to see that you could actually have, you know, chairs here to hang out, plenty of room still on this wall for full-size dressers. And then they got the old college look here. This is like kind of how my mattress was in college, is on the ground.
Dude, we were laughing at this when we first saw it. We're like, what is going on here? Is this a loft?
Yeah.
It looks like a ramp for your motorcycle.
Right, and we're beginner style homes, but this is a detached home again, guys. A lot of what they build up here is gonna be, you know, attached walls. And so to be able to be detached and have a primary room this big, it's pretty unique, you know?
Yeah, and I can tell just by driving through the neighborhood, everyone keeps their yards looking nice. Everyone looks like they're professionals in here. We've seen some kids running around, so definitely a family-oriented community.
Yeah. You're gonna be playing outside a bunch and using the sidewalks and streets, but you've got a full closet over here.
Yep, full walk-in closet here. It's got your shelves. You got your heater vent in here so you can stay nice and toasty in those winter months, or cool in the summer months too.
That's right.
So
yeah, and that's actually a pretty good size, and we have the same one. And the good news is, you know, you can go to IKEA right down the road and you take the measurements. So you actually just run your tape measure along these walls, and then you can actually take it into IKEA, and by the footage, you can actually custom make your own closets, and then they'll either send somebody out to build them. I was the idiot who built them myself, but once you do a full custom, like from IKEA or something, you can build this out. This closet will be 2-3 times the size. So it was some getting used to for me as well, but just know that, you know, and it's probably under $1,000, maybe $1,000, you could completely customize this too. So then we go in
to the primary bathroom. This is a double vanity with the deep drawers. Something I personally look for when working with clients is how's the drawers and cabinet space in these primary bathrooms? Because sometimes they make them all this size. If you put a hairspray bottle in this, what do you think is gonna happen? It's gonna smash and fall right over. So having these deep drawers is super nice. Then you got your cabinet space down here for your towels and everything.
Yep.
And these are all soft close as well with real quartz countertops with the undermount sink, so you actually get some space. So these are like details that I specifically look for, because I think the overmount sinks take up, it doesn't give you any room, especially if you're like washing your face, shaving, rinsing your hair out, whatever it may be. So they definitely paid attention to the details in here. You got your gold trimmed windows and your quartz backsplash as well. And this is really cool how they did the outlets in here. So if you have your hair dryer, you're not reaching across here and knocking over all your stuff. So they definitely paid attention.
And they put 2 of them in there.
Yep, they put 2, one for each side.
And then the mirror, that whole thing is a mirror. Really cool. And again, they get the same quartz and stain.
Here's something that I've seen that the builders are doing now, and I actually like it. We did it in a recent flip house, is putting the can lights above the mirror so you don't have a pendant coming out of the light. Some people like it, some people don't. I think it looks really clean, but it also like puts off nice lighting. I think it's just like a low maintenance, easy thing, so you're not up there changing bulbs all the time when they burn out. But then this shower is really nice. Fully tiled shower. You got your built-in niches with your penny tiles on the floor. This is all glass. And if I'm opening this thing up, man, this door is super heavy duty. So they definitely went above and beyond on this. And then you have your pocket door here. So you can use the bathroom and shower in peace.
Right. Most of the time that's gonna be shut, and I kind of like that. Ours not like that, and it was actually doors. So you came in, there was a door here, there's a door there, and there's just doors everywhere. So I think they probably heard that too many times, and the builder's like, okay, we'll build a pocket. It's rarely used, but now you don't have a door just kind of sitting open somewhere taking up space. So not only there, but they did it here, which is really good. I remember doing ours, like remodeling, and I'm like, in our closets in here too, so it's like door to get in, door for the bathroom, door for the closet, and they all open by themselves. It wasn't the best design, so it's nice to see. And they really did good finishes. This is, guys, like these houses are for sale. This is how they come. It's not, okay, we're showing the one that's like completely updated, you know, and you got to cost a fortune. They're all going to be about the same.
Yep, every single house that they have available right now is exactly the same price. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you into all 3 of those houses so you can see the differences in the finishes.
Yep, and see which one you like best. And you better act quick because these things are going quick.
Exactly, yeah. This builder is in their last phase of this community. So the inventory is dwindling down. There is 3 other builders in the community, but these are the entry-level price point homes. And I will tell you this, personally, my opinion is if you have kiddos, in this specific neighborhood is nice because the roads are actually flat because you do have some hills around here.
Yeah, coming up to it, definitely hilly. You'll lose that ball, go down to the river. All right, so we're just heading out of this one, and believe it or not, you know, if you look into the neighborhood, a lot of the outsides of the houses are pretty similar, but the insides are completely different. So Mr. J-Dow is over here unlocking this next one. We're gonna check it out. Not only is the front of it different color, and it's a little bit of a different style. We've also got the white one down there and some more to come, but I want you guys to see the inside and let us know in the comments below, what style do you guys like more? We're always curious where you guys are coming from, and then also what style you like the most. But again, you're gonna get kind of that modern look to it with the glass garage doors. I really like that, and the heavy duty door with the privacy glass. So I think my main man can get us in and we'll check it out.
Jackson, come on in. I want to show you this house because this is the second one out of the 4, and the finishes in this house is a lot different than the one across the street. Exact same price, a little bit of a different layout, I would say. Same square footage, but the finishes are so much different. Like in the other house, you come right into the Harry Potter closet, powder bath, garage.
Yep.
Look at the floors though. The floors are a little bit different. I actually like these. It's a little bit softer white oak.
Yep.
But come right in, and the first thing that you'll notice is the colors of the cabinets here. It's like a really dark wood.
And they stained it again.
Yeah,
my favorite thing is stained.
Stained wood.
Color out.
And it has the stainless steel fixtures, but it's got the same soft close cabinetry. But here's what I love about this one. You have the matte black range hood with the pot filler. The last house did not have a pot filler, nor did it have a gas stove. It had an electric induction stove. This one is gas. I love this setup of this house, and the colors are, I just love the colors.
Yeah, and they also ran that tile all the way up. Now you don't have the cabinets that go to the tippy top. So again, you guys are commenting down below, what do you like more? But again, if you have just little cabinets up top, sometimes they're not as usable. It's just, again, it's personal preference.
But these are 48-inch uppers.
Yep.
So they are extra high. The other ones I believe were like 36 plus the second upper.
That's a good point. The difference between that is that you're getting just bigger cabinets there.
But you also have the pantry, the same one as the other property. I'm starting to notice a trend here. You have your built-in microwave, and actually I kind of like that the microwave's over in this area and you have this little station. The other house had the station, but I don't think the microwave was up above it.
It was not, and you know, totally different styles. They did go with, yeah, like you said, black on this one. They come, you know, dishwasher packages.
This house does not have a fridge in it like the other one, but the incentives that they offer would allow you to get a fridge put in, and we'll talk more about those incentives here in a minute.
You'll get it for them.
We'll get you. You want the fridge? We got you. You want a zebra? We got you.
And then a totally different, I mean, they got the glass tile in here, the black, you know, so what colors are you guys digging? The whites, the blacks?
Yeah, this is ultra modern, almost a sheen steel look with the black modern fireplace. You got the black mantle. You know, your fixtures are very modern. So this house, I would say, is modern. And even if you look at the back of this house, the last house you saw, we were on the green space looking down. This one, you actually have the green space in between you and your neighbor's fence. So all of these houses are on green space.
Yep.
So it makes it feel like the yards are a lot bigger.
This one actually does have a bigger yard, just going straight back. The other one's fence was a little closer.
Exactly.
And guys, it's not uncommon to come to these and go, oh my gosh, it's not the biggest yard. Like the kids and everybody, you play outside, the sidewalks, the streets, the cul-de-sacs, and that's kind of where all the street hockey games are, so.
Exactly. And this house, I love this outside back patio. Literally just go from the outside in, and you have a massive covered back patio and this lush green backyard.
Oh, I just about bit the farm. I missed a step right there because I was watching Mr. J-Dow, but yeah, you do have a patio, and believe it or not, get you a little TV out here hanging. People utilize these spaces a lot more than you would think with the grill, the backyard, all of that stuff.
And check that out. They already have the ACs installed. So some of the builders around here don't make you pay more for air conditioning. And actually some people don't even think they need air conditioning here, which I think is insane.
Yeah.
But they've already got it here, which I love.
Well, and on that, because we're gonna go check out another one, I want them to see if they like it better. But you know, we're in an interesting time, you know, late summer 2024, and it's not such a rush. Like you can actually, as a buyer, get some things, especially with your negotiation skills.
Yep, yeah, there's a lot of flexibility. Like I was saying before, is we've had a couple clients go directly to the builder without us, thinking that they were gonna get the best deal. And then they say, well, this is what I got. And we're like mind blown, because literally the incentives would have been 5x more if we would have represented them, because you don't know what you don't know. And you know, you might feel like you won, which is great. That's all that really matters. If you feel like you won, that's what we applaud that. However, if you're looking for more, we can pretty much ensure that it's going to happen, because we are doing this every single day. We know exactly what they are going through and exactly what they're willing to give away. So when we're putting you know 1, 2, 3, 4 of these homes a month into contract, we know what they're offering, because it always fluctuates, and some builders have a standard offer and some builders have a flexible offer.
Yeah, I think that's important. So we'll roll over to the next one and show you what we get inside of there. But again, you got the dark stain, you got the darker sink, even a black sink. Again, curious guys, which one are you liking so far, A or B? And now we need to go check out another one. All right, J-Dow, now that you're taking us to another one though, kind of go a little bit more in detail with, you know, we saw the signs over there, and you're gonna get into some of these incentives in a little bit, but you know, you were working with a lot of these relocation clients, especially peak of the COVID, and they were going above asking. Now, the interest rates are a little higher, but what does that mean to these buyers right now, you know, going forward?
Yeah, actually with the interest rates being up a little bit, you have more negotiating power, but the one thing that we're noticing with all of the builders is they're all offering so many incentives to get that rate down. So if you are rate sensitive, this is the time to be asking for it, because people might not know this. If the rate say is a standard rate of say 6.5%, and you're like, I'm only gonna buy a house at 3, you can always buy the rate down to 3. Yep. However, there's a break-even point. So let's say it increases your mortgage by $1,000 a month. How many payments is it gonna take to get to that? Is it gonna take 4 years worth of payments to break even on that payment? Well, if that's the case, do you think the rates are gonna come down in the next 4 years, so then you could refi later down the road? I hate the old saying, you know, buy the house, date the rate. I hate that saying, because these builders are offering so many great incentives to get you to where maybe you need to be. Yeah. But the only way to do that is actually just to do some research and see.
Yeah, and I think the big difference too is they thought they were getting a better deal back then with a 3% interest rate, but they were going 50,000 or 100,000 over. So if you're thinking about selling this in a couple years to move up to a bigger home, equity play wise, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I can never tell you what a house is going to do over the next 2 years as far as value goes, but I can tell you in the next 5 to 10 years, the house is going to increase in value. So if you're looking to buy a house, a new construction as an investment opportunity to like turn and burn it in like 1 to 2 years, it's probably not going to happen. However, if you're in it for the long haul, it's definitely a great investment.
Yep, a chance to get in with just, you know, 5% down, lower down payments, and then they'd still get those interest rates lower with what we talk about at the end.
All right, Jackson, come on into our third and final home here. And if you look at this house, this is completely different than all the other ones. Like I said before, these are all the same prices, same floor plan, different finishes. So it's kind of choose your own adventure. The first thing I noticed out of the gate is the blonde oak hardwood floors is completely different than anything that we've seen.
Yeah, it's definitely the lightest, and then they really two-toned it with the dark accents, so it sticks out a little more. Got the metal piping rail, that's a nice touch there, instead of having wood.
Yep.
But everything here looks the same.
Harry Potter, garage, powder bath, Vanna White. But then you cruise right into the kitchen, and the first thing that you notice off the bat is this is the darkest stained cabinets that we've seen in any of the homes. So you have dark stained cabinets, you got the white cabinets over here, so you got two-tone Jones going on, quartz countertops like in the last house, but this is the first house that we've seen with the standard cabinet height.
Yep.
And the 36-inch cabinets. This one also has the gas stove like we saw in the house with the dark hickory cabinetry, microwave built in above, which was different as well. You got your pantry, dark tile backsplash with the chevron pattern. So I actually really dig that. I think that's a super cool look. Mm-hmm. You got your outlets here. So this is nice for, you know, your mixers, your blenders. A lot of times they don't put enough of these outlets in here. And I also like that this one has the underlit mount lighting.
And the thing is, people go, man, why would you not put cabinets all the way to the top? That's why these builders do this, because there's a lot of people who like to put plants or something up top for decoration. And then there's other people who think just having the cabinets all the way up is the look.
Well, Jackson, I mean, I am nearly 6 feet tall, but when you're as tall as I am, you can actually reach the top shelf. So that's another bonus for these lower cabinetry.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, so they went like with this almost black, and again, it's a stain. I love that they're doing stained, the white sink. But the other thing, this is the difference, is the island.
Yep, so they actually put the cabinet on the end here with the shelves, which is something that we haven't seen yet. Yep. So you would probably only be able to get 2, maybe 3 bar stools in here. So it actually opens up the whole living room to have more space, because this is more narrow than the other houses. So this is a good look at seeing what they do differently to fit people's different needs.
Yep.
So if you're watching this right now, tell us, would you rather have a bigger island with less space in the living room, or would you rather have a more narrow island with more space? So there's just different varieties for different people's needs.
Yeah, like, and a lot of, maybe you're a young family or not have one yet, it's not as big of a deal to have all that space. For me personally, having 3 kids, that's not enough. So I would like that other island better. Yep. But if you only got 1 or 2, then I think that's a perfect spot, because you think of just mornings getting ready for school, that's where they hang out, and then you've got your dining room.
And I actually like this look better. This is the first time we've seen the fireplace built out like this with the shelving space on the side. So you could either put an entertainment nook in here, you could put shelves in here. I think it actually like frames up the living room a little bit nicer. That's just my own opinion.
I already know my wife would have like big dresser type, whatever you call them, on both of those, so that you would have storage for blankets, board games, whatever. And then she would put probably flowers or something on top.
Yep, and you've got, this house is also pre-plumbed for water in the fridge, so you got your ice maker in there. And once again, all of that stuff is negotiable with the era that we're in right now. Easy to negotiate.
That's right.
Benefits to the buyer, and if you guys just saw what I did, I almost nailed this light fixture with my head, so I would definitely need to crank that thing up.
I went under it. Yeah, you got to get a dining room table there.
I know, I felt it brushing my hair. And then the backyard is right here. You got your covered back patio. You got your lush green yard. Actually, this house, unlike the other one, has actually a big side yard that they had finished off here. So you have your retaining wall here. It's going to give you a lot more soundproofing. And
it instantly just quieted down.
And higher fence line, so it definitely sounds really, really quiet out here. You got your grass, and then you have your green space back here.
So this one's got kind of the wraparound yard. Again, it's a corner lot, so you get a little bit more space over here.
Now, something people might be asking is like, oh, if you're on this backed up hill, aren't you gonna be dealing with water issues? And this is something that we ask quite a bit here in the Pacific Northwest, and the answer is no, you're not gonna be dealing with water issues, because you'll even see right here, you see these rocks down here?
Yep.
That's a low point drain there, and then you have one over there. And I'm willing to bet, I don't know this for certain, but I'm willing to bet that they have more drainage out here in the bottom of this yard and at the top of the yard, because it's a concern, right? But they do geological studies of all of these hillsides to make sure you're not gonna be dealing with any landslides or corrosions. Actually, we were talking about this on the way up here. They were talking about digging into these hillsides, and we saw this one area, we're like, we don't know if that's really safe. So that's another reason you should be reaching out to us, is because you wanna make sure that you're buying safe living.
That's right. So this is normal, guys. Like, don't look at this and be like, oh my gosh, that is so weird. In the Northwest, you're gonna find a lot of these hillsides, and so they put French drainage. There's gonna be French drainage throughout, which is another important, not only French drainage, but sewer pipes. So working with, you, the team, we're getting inspections. Even though this place is brand new, we're making sure all that stuff is working.
Yep, absolutely. You got to go through here top to bottom. This house looks beautiful. Sometimes these houses have 0 issues and everything comes back perfect. I'm going to say there's going to be at least one thing that we find, but a lot of these builders up here try to like make it so when you do your walkthrough that everything's pretty much good to go. As you can see when we're walking through here, you see the trees, the birds, the hills, lots of peaceful settings. This is the reason why people move to the Pacific Northwest. But I know the one thing that you're most curious about is the prices of these homes and the incentives. So every single house that we took you through today is, as of August 2024, almost September, they are priced at $685,000. Now, the incentives is what's blowing my mind. So if you use a preferred lender of the builder, they are offering 5% of the sales price in closing costs. That's a lot of money. It's nearly, what, $30,000, $35,000. If you want to use your own lender, which is perfectly fine, they're offering 4% in closing costs. Now, this is what the builder is offering straight up. So that doesn't mean that they don't have more room to negotiate. That is just what they're advertising, and there's always flexibility. So that's why it's most important to reach out and find out exactly what's going on. And these incentives change every single month. So it could go up, it could go down based on the market conditions.
Yeah, and I think the important thing to notice is just how many clients we've helped, and the relationships we have is not a negative one, it's a positive one with these builders. And so they love when we're bringing them clients, which gives us a leg up.
Yeah, absolutely. So these builders love working with our team. And the reason that they love working with our team is because number one is we work with a lot of people, but we know their policies, there's procedures, and we're not making it difficult for them. They know that this is a working relationship, that we represent the buyers, but they know that we are here to get a deal done. There's a lot of real estate agents out there, and a lot of them waste a lot of their time. They come in here and they make it very difficult. We try to make this as easy as possible for them and you, because what that ensures is it ensures a smooth and easy transaction for you, the buyer.
That's right. And the last thing before we go is that $35,000, that means a lot of different things to different clients. So it could be interest rate buy down, could be less money out of pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be that. It could be your washer, dryer, fridge if it doesn't already have it in it, the blinds, maybe more landscaping, but getting that rate down maybe up to 3-4%, not 3 to 4% interest rate, but down off of the rate. So say the rate's at 6.5, they could go down to 3.5. We're starting to see that more and more. We actually saw one that was offering interest rates for 1% for the first 12 months.
Yep.
So there is so many different moving variables, but we're talking about how beautiful the houses are inside. How do you keep up with that over time? A lot of these builders are offering their builder warranties. On top of that, they're offering the 210 warranties. So, a 2-year warranty and then a 10-year warranty for more items. And after you live here for a year, they do the touch-ups, they do the sheet walkthroughs. So the house is always gonna settle. You're gonna start developing some cracks over time just because the earth's moving. They'll come back and get all of those items patched up. Now, some builders offer that timeline in a very small time window, and I hate that. So we always try to get that extended out because the home, in my opinion, is still settling during that time frame that they give you. So that's why it's really important to work with people that actually know what's happening during these timelines of the warranties as well.
Dang, bro. And that would be you, my guy. And Listy and the rest of the original Living in Portland team. So hit us up, homies.